Hello there.
Hi,
So, reporting straight from the edge of Europe from
Lisbon, we're in Lisbon.
Affiliate Conference 2019, the extraordinary event for the industry and for all related areas. We could not be here, but be here.
Okay, and we still find time to record for you some analytics about what are we going to talk about.
Graham,
And Libra,
exit from Brexit,
Netflix,
GBP,
and that's it.
and Euro rate. Okay, just a little bit. So, let's move on.
Yep. Okay, what do we start with? Graham.
Yep. Graham suffers the pain equal to that one which suffered by Facebook. So, on 11th of October, SEC, USA's major regulatory, blamed Telegram Group and its cryptocurrency for not making their plan of introducing the coin in time. According to the US law, if they won't be able to manage it by the 31st of October, they must return all the investments back, at least US investments. That might be a chance for the ground because US investments account for only about 25% of all the value of Telegram coins, but that's still painful. And not to say that this cryptocurrency, they can outgo this law somehow, and Mr. Durov remains really assured about his coin. But we'll see.
Well, I say, they say they're gonna be like, this is okay for them to return the US funds, but they will probably postpone the launch till April 2020. Can you imagine it? And Libra, meanwhile, is doing pretty fine. And this is like once when we have good news from Graham, we have bad news from Libra, and vice versa. When bad news from Graham, we have good news from Libra. They have gathered for a preliminary board of Libra Association in Switzerland.
At last,
Yes, and they are coming. They have applications from like 1,500 companies, and they already have 21 companies almost in the board. They are planning to have 10 million enrollment payment from each of the companies that is going to make the final board, and they are actually doing that, even though giants like MasterCard and Visa said no, even though it's like huge harm to some of them, some of their reputation, still they're doing it, and they're saying that yes, this is quite a challenge, but we're gonna make it, and they're really optimistic about it. So they make me optimistic. Can you imagine that?
Oh, well,
that was hard.
Yeah, but that happens.
Yes.
And that's cool.
Sometimes.
Yeah, well, rates of cryptocurrencies do not make ourselves optimistic because, well, like they always say, people are getting bored of waiting for the price going up. Not to mention that everything goes fine with Brexit and
Tell us about Brexit.
Yeah, and with USD. Why to invest in cryptocurrency when GBP brings enormous revenues, but just a little bit. Bitcoin tests the 8,000 from above, and now it's being this below support line. Some believe that only 200 USD below, and is going to go down, just like I said, low.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, enough for the music, enough for the performances. So, exit from Brexit. GBP and the European Union finally reached the agreement, which was solemnly announced by some reason not by Mr. Johnson at first, by European Union Chief Councillor Jean-Claude Juncker, if I'm not pronouncing correctly. Okay, so he said that agreement is made au par and balance for both sides, which immediately pushed the GBP, against USD up to 1.294. Which demonstrates the staggering growth from 1.2 approximately to 1.3 in just a week. Just consider what profit could you have had if you used the forex leverage with LH crypto, which is up to 1 to 500.
Yes. And also there's some good news from Netflix. Remember last time we were talking like, oh, Netflix is gonna do bad, but well, it is not. It actually gave the reports and they were really optimistic, and they had new, wait for it, 6 million subscribers around the globe. So they returned all the base and all these Stranger Things and the Crown that is coming and the Irishman. They say that they're gonna make even more. So their stocks went by 9% up to $312 per stock. So, and they say it's gonna grow even higher. Well, I'm not sure if they can make it higher, but this is already good. So yes. Cheers for Netflix.
Cheers for Netflix. This is a bright example of how an expected market can be.
Yes.
Just a brief note about GBP again, in order for me to shift to Euro.
Okay.
Yeah. No particular details are yet announced on what the agreement is about, and Ireland is always like protesting and saying, "No, we're against it. We're against it." Hey. So, but no one listens. The point is that there's going to be an emergency sitting of the British Parliament where, since they're all broadcasted, we would know the details of the agreement, and market may react unexpectedly, since it might not be that bright agreement as the guys speak. So be aware, but remember that you may enjoy really high profits in the nearest week during all the GBP fluctuations. We can't but realize that all the situation on British Isles affects Europe, since they are quite close. So Euro is climbing against USD for the third consecutive week, now reaching the 2-month peak from 1.888 to 1.1140. Yeah. An enormous rise, which was steady and growing, which is not really a sign of Europe coming from.
Well, that's a good sign, right?
Yeah, it's a good sign coming from these. It's also a sign that USD is coming down.
Oh.
Yep, but still.
Also a good sign.
Yeah, it's also a good sign for those who are fond of Forex and who can read the proper signals of the market.
So you can trade it on LH Crypto.
Surely.
And
But when you, like I said, if you read the signs of markets carefully, but how would you do this without LH Crypto Analytics, trading on LH Crypto platform?
come on.
So yeah, let's see you next Friday, but in quite a changing combination. We have an
gonna wave
announcement.
you goodbye.
Yes.
So yes, I'm leaving you for the weather, but I still love you all.
So you always will be with us, perhaps broadcasting from every corner of the earth, you know?
Not sure. Well, so goodbye and may the profit be with you guys.
May the profit be with you guys. See you next week.
Bye.
Hope so.